Okay, this is for Unit 1, Cycle 2, Activity 4, question number 6. You can buy two types of holiday lights. In type A, when you plug in the string of lights, one bulb burns out, then all the bulbs will go out. In type B, when you plug in the string and one bulb burns out, the other bulbs stay on. In one type, the bulbs are all connected together in a series circuit with the electrical source. In the other type, the bulbs are connected in a parallel circuit with the electrical source. In order to figure out how this whole thing works, you've got to figure out which one is which based on how they acted when one of the bulbs went out. So to kind of remind you about how series and parallel things work, in series, if you have a battery connected to a couple light bulbs, I'm going to draw them like this. There's one of my light bulbs. And here's a second one of my light bulb. If one of them burns out for some reason, what happens is the filament or the glowing part inside your light bulb actually gets cut and it doesn't carry electricity anymore. And in a series circuit, what's going to happen is that's going to shut off the wire from continuing all throughout the rest of your circuit. So if you cut one of those wires, or if in some way the bulb burns out and that filament is gone, electricity gets stopped when it gets to that break. There's no more wire there for it to continue on. This is a series circuit. The other one has a separate loop for each one of the bulbs. So I'm going to draw this kind of on my sheet. So here's a light bulb, and it connects to its, through its own wires to the battery. And then there's a second series that goes in there, and here's my second light bulb. So if this one gets cut and the wire doesn't exist anymore, the other light bulb still has its own electric wires to get to the battery. So in this case, it's a parallel circuit, because each one of them has a parallel line that goes to the battery and provides its own set of electricity. So in the series circuit, when one of the bulbs blows out and this cuts the wire in between there because it's gone, it can't glow anymore, then this one gets cut off from the battery because the wire no longer forms a loop. In a series circuit, when one of them dies, the whole thing dies. In a parallel circuit, when one of them gets cut because it burns out, then the others still have their own separate loops to get the electricity. So on the next page, I want to ask you which of the types, here, I'm going back to the top, which type, A or B, is connected in series. You've got to know that A is connected in series because when one of them dies, everything dies. And a series circuit has everything going in series from one to the other. And the other one that is connected in parallel is type B. Here's another way to think about series. If you think about like a television series and you miss one of the episodes, you may not know what happens after that. So anytime you miss one piece in the series, the rest of it doesn't make any sense because you've missed that one step in the series. But in parallel, if you watch some series or some TV shows, it doesn't matter if you miss one of them because all of them are not connected together. And in a series one, they're all connected together. Missing one in the line breaks everything up, and after that point in time, you don't understand what's going on. In parallel, everything kind of stands by itself, and so that should be type B.